Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 22 Arsenal Career Mode, and today this is probably the biggest game or biggest episode so far, even though we are only 11 games in, because we'll be playing Chelsea, Brentford, and also Liverpool. And I know Chelsea is going to be a very tough team despite we beat them in the FA Cup and then kick them out of the FA Cup. And of course, earlier on in August, they beat us 2-1. So Chelsea, it's a pretty decent team, but the most important game of today's episode is definitely the game against Liverpool. They're currently 4 points ahead of us, and we're traveling back to the Emirates, and potentially today we will have more of a clarification of who is going to end up winning the Premier League title. But we'll see about that because the first game we're going to play today is against Chelsea. So early on, so far our record against them is only 1-1. But then in the 16th minute, we have Tomiyasu scoring his second goal for Arsenal and also second goal in this campaign. And what a great pass by probably Odegaard. I didn't really probably didn't catch that, but what a great finish by Tomiyasu. And then later on, boom, two back-to-back goals right there. Alexander Isak gives us another a very important extended lead right there, 2-0. And in the 40th minute, here comes a counter-attack. And this is the type of football that we want to play, is the fast counter-attack that eventually builds up to the other side of the opposition third half or the final half. And right there, Odegaard could have scored right there, but what a great effort. But it was just unfortunate the post saves Kepa in going. I'm very confused why Benjamin Mendy is not playing for Chelsea tonight instead of having Kepa. So a very questionable one. And in the 76th minute, here comes a chance for Chelsea, but Conte has been denied by Ramsdale. Ramsdale is probably the best signing we have so far, alongside with Odegaard. But then unfortunately in the 87th minute, we couldn't really keep a clean sheet. And again, as I said it before, in FIFA 22 it's really hard to keep a clean sheet because apparently in the game the AI are pretty good at scoring goals. The only way to actually beat the AI is to score as many goals as possible. I found scoring goals is much more easier than actually conceding goals. And right there, Lukaku have a very nice finish with the chip goal right there. And we beat Chelsea 2-1. Pretty much we dominated throughout the whole game. They only have like two important chances, and of course they took one in the end, scoring the goal. So even though on the paper it looks like 2-1, a very tight game, but turns out it wasn't really quite of a tight game after all. So back to right now, Cedric transfer talks has been denied or has been rejected. Apparently, they couldn't really agree on the negotiation, and that's probably, I think it was like last FIFA or two FIFAs ago. It was really hard to sell players because I don't know. There's like a system that FIFA likes to, a lot of transfer talks, like breaking down and stuff like that. But thank God, this FIFA, it's much easier to perhaps to sell players instead of constantly the talks is like being broken down. But thank God it wasn't really a case. I mean, it still happens, but not very often, and I really love to see that. And here comes the second game of today's episode. We have Brentford at home this time. Last time out, we beat them 3-0 in the opener at the home stadium for Brentford. And right there, despite we try so hard to keep scoring or try to keep attacking in the first half, we just couldn't really find like the end product. And right there, Martin Odegaard has scored the first goal for us. And here comes Brentford again. Ivan Toney, good turn, and what a great save by Ramsdale. And I said Ramsdale is probably, honestly, there are a lot of games where we could have conceded a lot, to be honest, because my defensive record in this game is not good, and majority of the time I have to rely on Aaron Ramsdale, and certainly he was the one who actually keep the defeat away from Arsenal. And right there, Brentford has level 1 up with a great goal. Great turning point right there. Ivan Toney with the score. And Ivan Toney doesn't look like that Ivan Toney in real life, unfortunately. 56th minute, Brentford has the fire to actually trying to get one back. And right there, again, talk about Ramsdale. Very, very smart. He's actually really quick as well. In terms of decision making, he always comes out at the right time to potentially denying a goal. And then the 58th minute, Brentford could have scored another one from a free kick or from a corner kick. But again, that was a very bad finish right there by Ivan Toney, I believe. They could have scored another one with our poor defense. And in the 66th minute, here comes Rabiot. What a great through ball to Emile Smith-Rowe. But what a shot. Turns out it was right over the bar. That would have been an amazing goal. And Brentford is a very good team, as I said. Of course, I have a fellow YouTuber who loves to do like Brentford career mode, and he did a pretty good job in that. And Ramsdale again making another save. 70th minute, here comes Tierney, lob through ball to Odegaard. Frank Oyega can't take him down, and what a great finish by Odegaard. And I believe Odegaard is 5-star weak foot for some reason. I'm not sure if his right foot deserved to be very highly rated, but I'm not going to complain. He scored the second goal of today's game, and I really love Odegaard as well. And then here comes Brentford right there again. What a great save by Ramsdale, making back-to-back save within 5 seconds right there. And in the last minute, hopefully we can close this game out. Like I said, came on for Isak, and what a great through ball to Odegaard, and that was a great finish, guys. The ball was clearly right behind Odegaard, and he did some sort of a bicycle, not quite of a bicycle kick, but half bicycle kick to finish this game off. 3-1, and a very comfortable, I would say a very nerve-wracking game so far, or throughout the whole game, because again, Brentford have so many chances, but they couldn't really take it because we have Aaron Ramsdale in goal. But then it took us just a little bit of a time to actually got used to it. And in the end, we beat them 3-1. And unfortunately, I think somebody picked up an injury. I believe that's Martinelli. And Cedric has received another offer from a Benfica. But of course, with the arrival of Lamptey, there's no need for Cedric's service anymore. I'm not saying Cedric is a bad player, but when you have a much younger version of Cedric, and of course Lamptey is 21-year-old, 75 rated, while Cedric just hit his 30-year-old and 75 rated as well. And Lamptey has way more room to grow compared to Lamptey has way more room to grow compared to Cedric, and that makes a difference. And right there, this is the biggest game so far, and I would, till now I still don't know how we are at second place, because based on the squad that we have, we don't have much. Even though we added 3 additional players, but still, honestly, I really do believe that Man City should be second, or another team should be second, not us at all. But so far, we are pretty clear at the second place right now. So the top 2 finish could be us, potentially to be us very soon. But right there against Liverpool, biggest game of the series of the episode, and right there Rabiot could have scored right there. What a great save, great control by Rabiot, but good save by Adrian. And right there Martinelli could have scored another one right there, but unfortunately Alisson actually. Alisson in goal today, and Alisson right here once again couldn't make a save, but Martinelli scores the home opener, 1-0 to Arsenal. Very good finish right there. It's like a trademark of Aubameyang finish back 2 years ago against Everton at home. It was a 3-2 win, I believe, and it was some sort of that kind of a finish. But unfortunately, Diego Jota has equalizes 1-1, and I have no words to describe my hatred or my dislike against Diego Jota, because every time he plays against Arsenal, he's always he turns up to be like really, really good player, basically another level. and he scored, he equalizes the game, and Henderson has taken the lead right there, 2-1, and we're trying our best to actually climb one back. And thinking about the past 2 chances before the first goal, we could have scored both of them, but what a great save by Ellison in the end. That makes a whole difference, and or else we would have a much better lead, I guess, to be honest. And right here, potentially we could have equalized the game. And guess what happened? Partey, not the sharpest guy with his shooting. Simply, if anybody else, any attacker in our team could have scored that one. 3 chances being blown away, and immediately after that, 75 minutes, Trent Arnold passes in the middle to Fabinho, and Liverpool just freaking passes the ball around our insider, kind of outside the box. And in the end, Koke has signed for Liverpool, and he has scored right there for the 3rd goal, and that's pretty much sums up the game. 3 important chances, 2 important chances in the first half, and 1 important chance in the second half, and that blew away our spirit. And of course, at that moment, it's really hard to climb back. 3-1, you know what, at that point we would have, I'm not saying that we would have won the game, but this game would have been a little bit more entertaining than usual. And here comes basically the last minute of the kick, and right here Liverpool just scored the last goal. And at that point, I know there's no way we're gonna get one back. And make some changes here and there didn't really make any difference. It was a very disappointing game after all, because I expected more from my players. And yeah, if we beat Liverpool, it would have been a 1-point difference. But looking at the table right now, because we're heading towards the end of the episode, right now, from a 4-point difference to a 7-point difference, that's the biggest issue right there. And even though we are clearly around 9 points away from Man City, which is they are at 3rd right now, we have a very comfortable, I would say, we have a very comfortable position right now at 2nd. But like right now, based on how we perform, I feel like we should deserve a title. But after the last game, think about that, probably not anymore. A very disappointing game after all. So that will be it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my video, like my channel, or not like my channel, like my video, and I'll see you guys in a bit.